They bring slaves from different African countries, Nigeria, Togo. We're currently in one of the chambers where slaves were kept. Oh my God! The females are kept for refusing sex from the Europeans. There is no hair, nothing. And it smells like piss. This is so emotional. Good morning, everyone. So this is the second day in Ghana. So this is our tour day. So we're going to meet a friend of mine who happens to be one of my students when I was teaching modeling. So he is a Ghanaian, and he will be the one to be taking us to some very nice places. So we're going to a castle, which is 3 hours away from Accra. So we have to leave early. This is 6:30. So we'll see you on the road, okay? Man, it's like the only thing they sell here is pepper. Look at pepper is everywhere. Compared to Nigeria, I think Ghanaians, they eat a lot of pepper than we do. Other markets. Wow. And I'm choking. It's already entering my throat and my eyes. Oh, everywhere pepper. It's okay. We're on our way to Circle, VVIP, where we'll enter a transport to the castle. So my friend is there right now. So yeah, probably in some minutes we're there. Let's go. Fresh. How you doing? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
People gather, then we come like the way she did here like this. She no go because she knows say you chop finish, you go chop again. That's so it be. You chop finish, you go to chop. So yeah. You ain't not used to. I don't know how you go taste it, but like it be a whole meal. Like if you chop 3, you don't benefit with that. Like that's so it be.
Why you know? Oh, they filled it already.
She just did.
No, let me have this one. Inside, egg and pepper with onion. I think it's normal tomato, right?
Yeah, pepper, tomato, onion.
Okay. What happened?
I thought my phone here has the battery.
No, it's actually special. Yes.
That's right.
So we have arrived at Cape Coast Castle. We're going to explore inside very soon. But for now, the journey took about 3 hours from Accra. It was really exhausting. The road connections were not really good, but then it was perfect. There was no problem about getting here. Easy. We just entered some few transportation and we got here. So we are going inside to explore the castle and show you how slavery was. I mean, how our forefathers really suffered in the hand of their colonial masters and other information that you need to know about this castle. So follow me as we explore this beautiful Cape Coast castle. Is it here or is it? I'll buy the shirts here. Thank God. Sorry. How much?
That is 20 non-Ghanaians need.
Non-Ghanaians.
Are you buying it? It's 100.
What are the coins? The coins.
Course 8.
8.
Thank you.
The tall guy?
Yes.
That would be 1.
How many are you?
Well, 3. 3 of us. 1, 2, 3. I think I have 100.
120 children.
I have so many children.
I've seen that 120.
Yes, I do.
People's castle happens to be perhaps the smallest amongst the three castles. In here, the castle was built purposely for transatlantic. In here, we can see underground. We also have this tunnel, which means Cape Coast Castle is basically purposely built for transatlantic.
Before they always hit.
Nurses and doctors receive the slaves, they examine their strength, lying and self-defense. Strong African men and women exchange communities. The other one to my side, to my left hand, presented in here by national associations. One way or the other, they believe that ancestors were involved in trade. So they presented this flag. One, to serve as an apology to the ancestors. And secondly, to send a message to humanity. Nothing of such shouldn't repeat itself in the teaching of have a look at the flag, and any question I answer, if no question, go straight into the dungeons. Have an experience.
Amazing.
Let's go.
Sorry.
So right now, you just talked about the male slave dungeon. So right here, they bring slaves from different African countries, Nigeria, Togo. They come here, and this is so emotional. So we're going into the dungeon where the slaves stay. These are people just like me and you stayed. You can on your torchlight. Oh.
Before we continue, I would like to finish up by our experience.
So we're currently in one of the chambers where slaves were kept. So like over 100 to 150 people stay here, and there are about 5 chambers in here. So over 700 people stayed in this chamber. So, and that is the only light they get. Without this light, this place is really dark. That's the only light they get. And if they come out, just because of the ray or the fact that they've gotten too much darkness, if they come out, some of them die from the ray or get blind.
Ironically, we had to check this before it moves to the so this is a spy we created just to monitor.
Christ. This is also where a spy comes to check on them and just monitor what's happening here. And above us, we have an Anglican church. I think the first Anglican church in Ghana. Just imagine a church and a slave trade happening underground. It's crazy.
And mostly they are featuring us. Only if you move can come across and someone mostly they stay in their rent. Sometimes when they drive through and they are putting chains. Mostly they are the last chamber is there.
Is that the same place where they spy to or something else?
Yeah, several spies involved.
Okay.
In here, there is no light workers. Yes.
Yes.
Right at the left, there was a sorting section.
So, this is the last dungeon. But as you can see, there's light here. It's really bright. So this is where they get to sort out the strong slave and from the weak slave. All right. So from here, they sort them out and take them through that part. But as you can see here, there's a little shrine here. So before the slavery, before the Europeans came, this is how they worship. Okay, before Christianity came into Africa. So the slaves come here and worship, and also behind us you can see there are flowers. This is just to pay homage to the ancestors that lived here. May their soul rest in peace for suffering for Africa.
Headmaster in the Pears castles. All 3 to this side, European gifts. First one here, C.B. Whitehead, a soldier and a lawyer by profession. He died 1812, age 38. Middle one, Letitia Elizabeth Landon, the wife of Captain George McLean. Came all the way from England to visit Captain George McLean. Barely to
as it is right now on my right, this is where they usually have the white people stay. Okay, and you can see that you have the grave over there, and that is where the white people grave is. And on this other side, you can see it's just one grave, and that's because that's the only black man that has been buried here. Every other black man that dies, they throw him into the ocean. So this person, his name is Kweku. He's the only person that left and studied abroad. Okay. For some reasons, and when he came back, his name became Philip Kwaku. All right, because they couldn't pronounce his name quick. So he's the only person that is buried here as a black person. So follow me. Let's keep going.
church children around this place come around from a church to a school now to a library, and this is the spy room.
Wow. Okay. So now, well, you remember I said that there was a church above the dungeon. Now this is the church, and it's currently a library. It used to be a school. Now it's a library for children. But you can see over here you have where they spy the slaves. Man, it's crazy. So now it's a library. So from a church to a library. So you can see the chairs also. So just remember, this was a church. It's hot anyhow.
So communication room in here. So the land we stand on changed hands several times. So it is not only the British who came to stay in here. Other European nations were also in here. First group happens to be the Portuguese. They built a...
So right now this is a communication room where the soldiers communicate with through the fort. There's a fort over there. It's probably we can't see it, but the reason why is because now this place used to be controlled by the Portuguese. Okay, then after some time, the Swedish people came and took over control. Then from the Swedish, it went to the Danish people. Then from the Danish, it finally got to the hand of the German people. Then from the German people, the British people. So the British people finally took over this place by building two forts, one over there. So this is a signal where you, in the day, they'll use a red flag to signal down to the fort. You can see it's directly where the fort is. Then at night, they use glass, okay, to signal if there is anyone who is coming to cause intrusion to take over. So the British people took over this place. Let's go.
The reception area for the governor. So where you see small rooms in the back here, the personal office. The winery for the governor. Basically all this is
The governor.
you move out, check the government.
Okay. So where we are right now is that's the governor's office. So on my right is his office, okay, where he stayed to work, to receive the slaves. And right here is where he keeps his winery. And at that time, wines are very, very, very important. So above us is his residence, and that's where we're going to now. So right now, this is the governor's residence. As you can see, there are a lot of windows here. Okay, this is his living room, and that's where he also stays. So you have 16 windows here for one person, one governor. And now remember the dungeon, you just have a little space. So imagine one person having all the ventilation and 700 and plus people suffering in the dungeon. It is the second fort I talked about over there. Below we have where they also communicate, signaling if there are any intruders coming. Now, this is the second fort where they use in communicating. Directly, you can see the fort over there where they communicate. Now, this is Fort Victoria, and we also have Fort William. We have two forts here. Right on my right, you have where the soldiers come and chill and relax. So in the middle, you have the canteen, right? And all this place for the soldiers. So they come to relax here. But after some while, it was changed into where the Ghanaians, it became a prison for the Ghanaians, and the Ghanaians said, no, we don't want that. So later on, it was later changed into where you have the art and gallery. By the way, these are the original floor. Okay, it hasn't been changed. From down here is the original floor. Okay. All right. So this place is 360 years old.
During that war, like, we had doing like gas, because it was
Dutch, right? You speak Dutch? Danke is thank you. Okay, I'm good. See? So we are currently at a place where slave trade happened. Okay, this is where they exchange the slaves. So in here you have the nurses, the doctors who come to check out the strength of the slaves. Okay, so they get to know the strong ones, the strong men and the women from right here. And from here also, they exchange them for commodities. Not money. There wasn't money then. Here you get to see the nurse and doctors who get to check the strength of the slaves. All right. So from here, they check how strong the male and the female so that they can exchange it into commodities. So how strong they are is the number of commodities they get. And when I'm talking about commodities, I mean mirror, gunpowder, clothes and stuff like that. There wasn't money then, so it was only that. And if you check up here, this is the original building of it. Every other thing here has been modified.
Try to fight and identify all of them, bring them here. Watch your head.
So right now, this is the only surviving door here, which was made with peach pine wood, coated with portal. All right, and this is the cell where you have those that are condemned, the slaves that are condemned because they fought with the Europeans. So they put them here, no air, no water, nothing. So they suffocate and die. All right, but they are condemned, and it lets the rest of them know what would happen to them if they fight against them. So this is the dungeon. This is where the condemned slaves are kept. And trust me, there is no hair, nothing. And it smells like piss. I mean, seriously, over the years, and it still smells this way. And I'm really sweaty. So imagine the people that were kept here and died. I'm sweating, and the door is open here, and I'm still sweating. Yo. You have to bend also. You have to bend also. Before you enter, this is crazy. Man, guy. Our people suffer. So right here is the tunnel, okay, that leads them out to the door of no return. Okay. So where we have the sorting, the sorting is where they check the slaves, and from there they pass through this tunnel, which is really long, and takes them out, and that's where they are gone and become slaves to the Europeans and the European countries. Okay, and it's about 13 feet. Oh my God! Yo! Oh my God! Jesus Christ! So a soldier stands here, huh? A soldier stands here and watches them just to get. I'm speechless. So over here is where you have a little place where the females are kept for refusing sex from the Europeans. This was the exit. It's blocked right now. This is where the tunnel ends. And in here is the exit where they leave and don't come back again. So there was a very short, narrow place where they leave. So you can see at the other side, you have where the boats are. So when the slaves come out from the door of no return, all this place used to be covered with water. That's from over there. So you have the small boat that takes them from here, and the big ship. So the boat takes them to the ship over there, and they're out. So it's usually they take them to America, to Europe, and other countries. So there's something called the triangle. So it's America and back to Africa. So it's a triangle, they call it. Okay. Then there's also an history. So when you can see it has the door of return. So the reason why is because they were after the end of slave trade. Okay, so you had two people who survived. So one from Ghana and one from Jamaica. So they brought them back and changed it to door of return. So they now gave them a befitting celebration, and they were later buried over here. So it's not just Africa, it was even in the Caribbean, the Jamaicans and other places.
See around, you should come together to be an instrument of change, fighting against all injustice, trying to make the world a better place for us. So the message we take away today is never again should such inhuman acts happen ever in the history of humanity. The one people all together but different acts. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kweku. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so Akwaba means welcome. So this was kept here, was put here when Obama came through the door of return. All right, and it's still kept here so that you know we're all Africans. So every single person that walks back into this place, it passes a message. It's a very sensitive message that you're welcome to Africa. And also, my message is to all Africans, we're one. If we remember where we come from or what our ancestors suffered, why do we have to hate each other, or there be injustice or extortion from each other from the border to when we got here? We're meant to act as one right now for knowing the sufferings that our ancestors suffered here, the slavery and everything. So we need to be one. We need to be one. We need to show love to one another and let the other people, those people that are still out there, that are also still slaves in different ways, you're welcome back home. You're welcome back. So this is Joel. I've known this boy for a very long time, right? Since in Nigeria, but he's a Ghanaian. Well, it was one of my models, and for those people who don't know that I was a model, I trained models, and he's really doing well in Ghana. So what will you say about this place?
It's actually a very nice experience. I almost teared because it's kind of like very emotional.
Very, very.
Getting to like walk through the path where our forefathers or whatever I should call it went through, and it's crazy. But then I need to be strong. And then I also kind of like learned a lot of things today. I've never been here before. This is actually my first time being here, and I would, if you're an African, I would advise you come around, learn some one or two things here, because it will actually go far. And bring your kids, bring your family here, and learn more about like African culture, and then more.
Yes, this is really, really emotional for me. As you can see over here, you have the cannons, right? That they have the gunpowder, so in case there's any intruder, boom, and that's it. And look over there. See, you have the flags of literally almost all the countries, right?
Oh, of our colonial masters?
Yes. So you also have the countries, the slaves that left from here into their destinations. So it really passes a lot of messages. Market is big too. So here you have the art gallery, which was where the soldiers use in relaxing. So you can come here and buy some artifacts and things that you'd have as a souvenir also. I want to get a shirt. Hello. Well done.
Daddy,
I'm buying two.
My wife, you want Nigeria. When now they call Nigeria. Oh, daddy, about you. Daddy, where's your saying?
How much is this one? I just need something. The white one too.
I think nice, same price.
150.
The t-shirt 150.
This one. Come and check this one.
Okay. Sorry. It's plus size, though. This one is what? XXL, okay. Alright. Then give me smaller size. Ah, yes, I prefer another color. True. I'm not a fan of, no, not XXL. XL of this type. When you're here, sometimes you have to do some pricing.
Oh, that don't
You
feel
have
me.
to have some bargaining power, or else you could
I
buy
don't
some
feel me.
things that you don't want.
Yeah. And they're fast.
It's in a very
Oh, that's why I
expensive
didn't.
cost.
That's it.
Yeah.